Money in your 20s and early 30s feels confusing in a very specific way. You're earning more than before, you're trying to make good decisions, and yet every time you get ahead, something pulls you right back. A bill, a plan, a purchase you didn't expect. And suddenly you're wondering, why does it feel so hard to keep money in my account? Hi, I'm Mike. I break down money topics in a calm, practical way so you can make better financial decisions without pressure or hype. If that sounds helpful, take a second to like this video and subscribe for more clear, steady guidance. If you're under 35, there's something important you need to understand before spending another dollar, not to scare you, but to give you clarity and control. The truth is, most people don't get this lesson until their late 30s or even 40s, and by then, it often costs them years of progress. Why this financial problem happens? Money feels difficult in your 20s and early 30s because you're balancing three forces at the same time, all pulling in different directions. First, you're trying to build a life, a place to live, a routine, some comfort, some fun. Second, you're trying to grow a career, new skills, new roles, new responsibilities. And third, you're facing rising costs that don't feel connected to your income. This creates a strange cycle. You feel like you should be further ahead, but your money keeps getting absorbed by things you didn't expect. Rent, transportation, eating out, social plans, subscriptions, gifts, upgrades, and the pressure to live a normal life. Most people think their problem is income. Often, the bigger problem is direction. Without a system, money just slips away quietly. With a system, even a modest income can start building real stability. Step-by-step financial guidance. Here's a steady, simple path to follow. Not dramatic, not extreme, just practical. Step 1. Create a buffer before making decisions. Before you think about big purchases, upgrades, or lifestyle changes, build a small buffer. Not a huge emergency fund, just a tiny safety zone that protects you from stress. Something like $500, $1,000 held aside. It creates breathing room and stops the cycle of feeling like you're resetting every month. Step 2. Know your minimum monthly cost of living. This is the amount you'd need even in a simple, basic month. Rent, utilities, groceries, transportation, essentials. When you know this number, you reduce financial confusion instantly. It becomes your anchor. Every decision feels clearer because you understand the foundation beneath it. Step 3. Commit to one financial priority at a time. Trying to save, invest, pay off debt, and upgrade your life all at once leads to frustration. Pick one main target for the next 90 days. Save your buffer, or pay down a specific debt, or invest consistently, or stabilize your spending. One focus creates real progress. Chaos doesn't. Step 4. Create set it and forget it money movements. Automate one or two small things. A transfer to savings every payday. An automatic minimum investment. Automatic bill payments. This removes emotional decision-making and replaces it with routine. Step 5. Spend with awareness, not guilt. This isn't about saying no to every purchase. It's about knowing whether you're spending because you want it or because the moment pressured you. Awareness is what gives you control, not restriction. Real-life example. Let's look at something that happens to people under 35 all the time. Imagine spender Mike on payday. He feels relieved, maybe even excited. For a few days, life feels lighter. He orders food a bit more, upgrades small things, says yes to plans, buys something he's been eyeing. None of these choices seem unreasonable, just small comforts after working hard. But by the second week, he feels the pressure again. A bill comes in. A plan he forgot about pops up. He wasn't irresponsible. He was just responding to emotions instead of a structure. If Spender Mike had a buffer, a 90-day focus, and automated money movements, the same month would feel completely different. He'd still enjoy his money, but with a sense of control instead of a sense of slipping backward. Common mistakes. People under 35 often fall into a few patterns without even realizing it. Upgrading too many areas of life at once. Apartment, phone, clothes, conveniences. Thinking I'll save whatever is left at the end of the month. Believing they need to wait for a higher income. Before building stability. Trying to pay off debt, invest, and enjoy life simultaneously without a clear order. Spending based on emotion, stress, or comparison instead of intention. None of these make you bad with money. They just keep you stuck. And once you see them clearly, they become much easier to avoid. Simple action plan. Here's a calm, realistic plan to follow starting today. Set aside a small buffer. Even $20 from each paycheck adds up. Write down your minimum monthly cost of living, rent, essentials, basics. Choose one priority for the next 90 days, something you'll actually stick with. Automate one helpful money move, savings, bills, or investments. Spend on what matters, skip what doesn't, but do it intentionally, without guilt. This plan doesn't require huge income, willpower, or major sacrifice. Just consistency and clarity. Long-term mindset shift. The real shift happens when you stop seeing money as something you react to and start seeing it as something you direct. Instead of, I hope this month goes better, it becomes, I have a plan for this month, and I can adjust it. Instead of, I need to earn more before I can get ahead, it becomes, I can build stability even with what I have today. Instead of, I'll start later, it becomes, small steps now are worth more than big steps someday. When you build this mindset early, before 35, you give yourself years of extra progress. Not because you move fast, but because you move steadily. Calm closing insight. If you're under 35, the most important thing you can do before spending another dollar is build clarity. Not perfection, not sacrifice, just clarity. When you understand where your money is going and what your priorities are, the stress decreases and the freedom increases. And if this video was helpful and answered your questions, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe for more steady, practical financial guidance.